The Big Regulation Chi Kung set is a basic Chi Kung set, one of your very beginning Chi Kung sets in the Bagua program or in Bagua Zhang. And first thing you want to talk about is your stance, right? You're always very relaxed. Okay, there's no tension when you're doing any kind of Chi Kung. Your legs are shoulder width apart. Okay, your knees are always bent. They're never locked. Never. Your knees are bent. Your hips are relaxed. Your spine is straight, and it's your vertebrae are like dishes that are stacked, one on top of the other. So your posture is very good. Okay, and actually even the head. Now it doesn't tilt forward like this. There's a very very slight motion that aligns the back of the skull here with the spine. Okay, and that's what we're going for. So if we were to stand in normal posture, our head would be straight up, which is fine. Now we're just going to make a small adjustment and just bring the head forward very slightly, and that's going to make this connection here to the top of the head. Okay, the armpits. You always want to have about a fist length worth of space in your armpit, right? You never want to have your armpits closed. That cuts off the chi circulation of the arms. So in Bagua, you always have one fist distance in the armpits, right? So that's a good way to gauge it, is one fist, right? So that is the basics of your stance. Okay, so now if we were just to stand like this, this is what we call in Bagua the Wu Chi stance. Okay, where here we've got the space in the armpits, the fingers are just hanging down, everything is very relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Okay, very key. If you feel your shoulders are tight, before you do these exercises, what I want you to do is I want you to raise your shoulders up as high as you can, and then just let them fall. Right? Try it again. Raise your shoulders up, and just let them drop. You really want to have these dropped shoulders. You want to have them really sunken, okay? To be totally relaxed. So this is your Wu Chi stance. This is the beginning and end of all things in Bagua. Okay? So from here, we're going to do the Big Regulation Chi Kung set, which is, there are 8 parts to the Big Regulation, okay? First, I'll teach them individually, then we'll do them in succession, okay? So the first part, from here, we're going to inhale like this, bringing our hands up, never touching the hands together, and we exhale here. We make 3 circles with our hands at the level of the third dantian, which is the third eye, the level of the second dantian, which is the heart, and the level of the first dantian, which is the belly button. We'll come back. All right, number 1 again. You're always inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So, for instance, when we inhale here, this is the inhale, and this is the exhale. Also, your tongue should be touching the roof of your mouth, just like when you say the letter L. When you say the letter L, the tongue touches the roof of the mouth just how it should when you're practicing Chi Kung. This is going to be one of the connections that connects the what are called Ren and Du meridians, or governing and conceptual meridians in Chinese medicine, which are in the center of the body, center of the back, center of the front. Those two are connected when you touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, just like when you say L. Okay, so that's going on the whole time when you're breathing. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is almost the same thing as number 1. We're going to inhale. We exhale. Now we omit those circles in number 2. Okay? So one more time. Number 2. Okay, number 3. From here, now again, it's very important that you don't touch your hands together. We're dealing with electricity here, chi, which if we touch our hands together, it would short it out. So we're trying to build up chi here, and if we were to touch our hands together, it would be counterproductive, because it would short it out, and we wouldn't be able to build as much as we would like. So that's why your hands never touch. Okay. So now number 3, from here, we're going to inhale up the center to about the level of the sternum. From here, we hold our breath very lightly. Now, not tense. You don't want to hold your breath like, don't hold your breath like that. When you inhale, you just want to very gently just hold your breath. At this point, the hands are going to turn over while the breath is being held, and they're going to press down. Okay, that is number 3. 3 goes right into number 4. So let me go back and Do number 3 again. So here we are. Inhale. Hold your breath. Boom. You're going to continue to hold it into number 4, but this is what number 4 looks like. For number 4, your left foot is going to step into a wider stance. Your hands are going to come up above your head like this, and they're going to form beaks. The beaks are like this. The tips of the fingers touch together, okay, like that, okay. From this point, you're still holding your breath for number 3. You're going to bend at the waist and exhale, making sure that your arms go above the level of your back. So you don't want your arms just here. You want your arms above the level of your back, okay. Now, from this position, you don't want to just stand up. You don't want to put any pressure on your lower back. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our left foot into our original shoulder width stance. We're going to sit down from here, and then we're going to stand up just normally with our legs. This removes all pressure from your lower back. You don't want to put any kind of pressure on your lower back. We're talking healing and health here instead of not any kind of destruction or harming your lower back, right? So, 3 into 4. So number 3, here we go. Hold your breath. Still hold it. Here's your exhale. Good. Come back this way. And I'm gonna repeat. That's actually gonna go into number 5, but I'm gonna repeat 3 and 4 again. Here we go. Okay, this is the end position off number 4. Now that you've brought your foot back in and you're seated, your hands are going to come in front of you and you're going to raise up your whole body with your hands. Inhaling. The hands make a small circle backward and press forward. So that's number 5. So number 5, let me do 3, 4, and 5. All right, here we go. So number 3. Here's number 5. Inhale. Exhale, press forward. And after number 5, you let the hands drift down. Okay? So one more time, just 5. So let's say we're here at the end of 4, and we're going to go into number 5. So the hands are going to come up with the body, rolling back and pressing forward. The hands drift down very gently, very, very gently. We're going to turn our waist to the left. This is number 6. And we're going to cross our hands. Again, not touching the hands, but we're going to cross the hands with the left hand in the front because we are on the left side. Okay? This is our inhale. We return to the center, the hands separate and press forward. Just like number 5. Okay? Boom, the hands drift down. So let's repeat. Let's say I've just finished 5, I'm going to go into 6. Here's number 6. Good. Number 7 is the same thing to the right. I'm going to turn my waist to the right. I'm going to inhale, and my right hand is going to be on the outside. Now, the hands kind of make an X, but they don't touch. Return to center. And the hands drift down. Number 8 is here. We're going to turn our hands palm up. We're going to brush our belt, so to speak, pushing the hips back as we come this way. The left hand is on the outside for men. For women, it's the right hand on the outside. For men, left hand on the outside. The thumbs make an X here, right? We're going to exhale and press the hips forward as we bring the hands to the lower dantian. And that's sealing the chi in the lower dantian. If you notice, my left hand is still on top, and I'm right on top of you're actually going to grab your own belly, like this, okay? So number 8 again, from here, as maybe you'll get a better view from the side here to see what my hips are doing. When I go here, see the hips press back as the hands move out. You want to imagine like you have like a giant beach ball right in between your hands and your hips right here. So you have something of substance going on right here. And then you're going to press the hips forward as you bring the hands to the lower dantian. Straighten up. So that's number 8. And number 8 is called sealing the Qi in the lower dantian. Okay, so 1 through 8. So first I'll just do 1 through 8 silently. Okay, then I'll go back and count it off, tell you where the inhales and exhales are. So the big regulation from beginning to end looks like this. Okay, good. So that was the big regulation 1 through 8. So let me break it down for you again. I'll do it continuously, but I will explain what's going on. So number 1 starts, we inhale. And we exhale. Making our 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. We move on to number 2. Inhale. Exhale. Number 3. Inhale, hold. Into number 4, exhale. Bring the foot back in, sit the butt down, inhale. And exhale. Let the hands drift down slowly. Turn to your left. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to your right. Inhale. Exhale. And seal the Qi in the lower dantian. And exhale. Now the reason the hands touch on number 8 is because we are kind of finalizing our moves and we're bringing the Qi to the lower dantian. Again, right where our hands are, that's the lower dantian. So that's the reason the hands touch. The hands don't touch during the rest of the part of the Chi Kung set because again, we're building the Qi. At the very end, now we're going to take that Qi and we're going to put it right here. Okay? So that is why we go touching hands and pressing it right here. Okay? So that is the big regulation. 8 moves. This is the your beginning Chi Kung set from the Taoist Chi Kung or Bagua Chi Kung program. Thank you.